wanted to ask one more question of the chief here before we go on to a different motion. But Chief, if is there any way of determining whether or not the people that have been transported by our ambulance service are residents of the village or not? I mean, if we can't locate them, I mean, is there any way to know if they lived here or if they just gave a false address to get service?
We have, just one second. What? Yeah. Sorry, I just want to make sure I wasn't misspeaking here.
Okay.
We have, and this is tough to bring this to you guys, because every time I bring this, like I did 3 or 4 years ago, I took the same beating. And I'll give you an example of what I took a phone call the other day from the Woodstock Fire Department. They called and were trying to verify a resident of our community. And the name's immaterial, but the address was 1200 L.W. Biesinger Drive that they gave the ambulance crew in Woodstock. So they had to write that one off. We have a homeless individual in town that has racked up about $18,000 worth of ambulance bills. I checked with the attorney. Where do you send a bill? You can't.
Right.
So the only thing I can tell you, and I know I'm not trying to make it any easier, but this number will not be this large again because of the recent guidelines the Audit and Finance has given us on a quarterly basis. You know, we haven't done it in a while to try to track people down. If any of the board members have any ideas on how I could make a lot of money selling other fire departments if we could find a way to verify the correct information. We have worked with the hospitals, and we now have an agreement between them to verify with their information. They're calling us for information. People are not, both residents and non-residents, I hate to say it, but they're not giving us truthful information. We'll look at a driver's license. I've had my guys start to do that. We take a lot of our information off driver's license. It's wrong information. We send a bill, we get it non-deliverable. I feel bad that it's a large amount, but I feel very confident, Board, that we have made every attempt through a collection agency, through the billing company, and through the fire department to reach out to these people. And these aren't one-time users. I mean, these are people that have $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 worth of ambulance billing that, one, we can't refuse treatment based on payment. We can't. Correct, Attorney?
That's right.
I just want to admit that so I don't misspeak. So, you know, I feel bad about it, and I'm not really sure. I've talked to other fire chiefs. We've done surveys on how to improve it. How do you get people to give you the right information?
President Sarto, I'd
Yes.
like to make a motion to have this tabled to the next board meeting.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Motion made by Trustee Ramirez-Sliwinski to table it, and seconded by Trustee Hines.
Continue to the next board meeting.
Continued? I'm sorry, continued. And Terry, please call the roll.
Trustee Humpher?
Yes.
Trustee Hines?
Yes.
Trustee Sigwalt?
Yes.
Trustee Ramirez-Sliwinski?
Yes.
Trustee Ritter?
Yes.
President Sarto?
Yes.
Can I ask a question, Mr.
Sure.
Just so, I don't know, unless the manager, do you know what's needed? I understand what you're looking for in the water billing. What do you need in additional information, or is it tabled because they're both connected? I just want to make sure, so I understand, unless Manager Anderson understand what you expect on the ambulance side, what you expect from me. Manager, do you
I'm
understand
looking
if we need?
Well, I understand certainly the water bill, and
Yeah.
that part of it I understand. As far as the ambulance bills, I think the only question is not so much, I guess, about writing them off, as I understand it, but whether or not the information can be provided as to who the people are that have the unpaid bills.
Right, and we'll look at that.
Yeah.
Trustee Sigwalt?
I was going to suggest the same thing, President Sarto. In this continuation of 2 weeks, can the attorney and Manager Anderson also research and investigate a lien process?
We have a lien process.
We have a lien process.
Okay, so
The
we
only
can't.
question is, and I understand your question, and I apologize because we probably should add a little more information, but the only question is, on these particular water bills, what's the reason? Because there has to be some reason, because we do lien the properties, whether they're rental occupied or not. So I don't know if Mr. Coles has a, looks like maybe with your
Hang on, here he
permission,
comes.
These may be-
something
these
wants
may
to
be-
add to it.
Director Cole, if you have something to add?
I'm almost 100% positive that if a renter leaves a property, that the owner of that property is responsible for that water bill. You have situations out there where there is an owner of a property that there is outstanding water bills, and they sell the property, and they can't collect from them because they don't know where they're at. So I think that that's where this money comes from. That's owed.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to make sure what's on the fire side.
Yeah.
I think we know. Just if we can release the list is the only concern I guess I'm hearing. Okay. Just want to make sure.